About 3 weeks ago, I released a video called Jugging for Catfish Without Jugs, and in that video we introduced a new slant on catching catfish using floats instead of jugs and attaching them to rods. We promised you during that video that we would come back later and devote an entire trip to this new technique, and today is the day we're going to do that. As we were prepping our boat for launching today, my brother noticed that the Corps had moved the courtesy dock further up the ramp, and we couldn't figure out why they would do that. Dwayne? Dwayne? Hey! Dwayne? When you get out, get in the back seat and get my hat with my camera on it.
Okay.
Well, I'm not believing this. This lake is up significantly since we were here just a week or two ago. And with that wind blowing away from us, I can go ahead and bait them. Now I only need 5 for now. We'll run them a little bit before we start using the other rods. And I think the way the wind's blowing down, I can go ahead and just throw them in. Don't have to be moving.
Piece of bait out. We need bait out.
Let's see now. I've got to set these, Dwayne. I'm going to, guess, use the rod to kind of estimate the depth. What's that?
That's a 7-foot rod or a 10-foot.
I think that's deep enough, don't you?
Yeah, I think so.
7 foot.
There's only 11 foot of water.
go ahead and grab one of those. Well, I think we're about ready to ramble, don't you?
Yeah.
All right, we've got them, all 5 of them in the water, ready to start seeing what we can do. We got to find a water level and to match how deep we have them. The pelicans and the gulls are having a blast riding on the trees and limbs that are floating into the lake. We have our trolling motor set on 0.5 miles per hour. We thought that would be a good speed to start out with. Notice also that we have 2 rods set out to drag on the bottom. Well, we've been fishing for over an hour now and haven't had a single strike. So I think we're going to reel these in and go back up the lake and get out of the main part of the lake, go back in a cove and try to get out of all this debris. Let's see, best thing to do is to put it on anchor and reel everything in. Just go ahead and hold that one. This one has no bait.
Huh. How it got off.
This one has bait. Oops. Wrong one. Got them all?
Yep.
Wind's pretty strong.
You get shallower, but I get to be way in there. Out here now where it was 7 foot deep the other day, it's 10 today.
It's still 10 foot deep.
Huh?
It's still 10 foot
That's
deep.
what I mean. But if you're getting closer, it probably wouldn't be.
Because you can't get in that close. You're in.
You're going to find 6 foot of water. You're going to have to.
them silly gulls riding on them logs down the river.
If you want to find shallow water, to get where it's shallow, you go around them trees up there and head up toward that point.
The thing of it is, I don't know if I want to find shallow water. It may be that it's biting deeper. You know what I mean?
Well, biting nothing 9 to 11 foot. I didn't get a bite.
When you get out in the wind, you get away from a lot of that debris.
These gulls.
We're going to go up in this cove and hopefully get out of the trash that's out in the main part of the lake.
That throw good there. May throw too good, reckon.
I'll just let this orange one out. I thought maybe if we let them a little further back, maybe it might help. I don't know. Reel this one in a little. Let's see, I gotta get this boat going. May as well hang these up too, hadn't we? That piece.
Backwards.
Am I going too slow?
No, I'm trying to hold this one. Crossing over and made the curve. It's coming way up here.
Well, I'm gonna speed it up just a little. The wind's kind of in our face, and jack her up just a hair. We're in 14 foot of water. See some shad action down in front of us.
Bounce.
Fishies? We need a bite.
Angle bump.
We're riding right on that shelf going into the main channel. It just ought to be absolutely perfect place to catch fish.
How deep is it here?
8.5. Been running 8.5 all up through there. And that ought to be just about right for the way we got our jugs set. can't believe we can't get a strike. I don't know if it'd help if we go down to where you caught them, try down there or not.
You're not going to find this, this big place. You're not going to find it this big a place at continuous depth like this big flat is. I don't know whether this is good or bad.
Well, if we just found a place we could circle or something, it'd still work.
If you get past them a ways up there, it'll get shallow.
I don't.
Fish.
We know that they can see our baits. We got two dragging on the bottom. No, they can see them.
People used to, when they first started fishing, jug fishing and stuff, they usually don't.
This ought to be an ideal place. I can see on the screen, and I can see the edge of the creek over there. They usually stay pretty close to those channels.
Like there'd been one little one someplace we'd have drugged by.
Yeah. Well, I'd say I don't know how we could have done anything any better than we're doing it. Dwayne, let's pull these down like this and hook them on there and lean them up like this. What about that?
It never did pull under.
About time.
Yeah, you know that?
No. Well, good.
Fish.
Told you, I thought I saw him hit.
Swarmed up.
Well, we've been fishing 4.5 or 5 hours, and we give it a pretty good try, but we're just not doing any good, and we're going to give it up and head in. Well, there you have it. We promised that we would give this technique for catching catfish another try, and we tried hard, but we didn't succeed. We think that the water conditions was the main problem, but we're confident that this will work, and we're going to give it another try. So hang in there with us and come along with us next time, and maybe we can do better.